Hi, so a while ago when I was talking to some friends of mine in our group chat, I mentioned that if I ever found someone and ended up living with him, I would need the female equivalent of a man cave. One of my friends then informed me that the female equivalent of a man cave is actually called a she shed. I had never actually heard of the term she shed before, so me being a bit of a moron, I had actually assumed my friend created the term she shed, until later when I finally ended up Googling the term she shed and found out that it already existed and my friend did not create the term. As I scrolled through pictures of she sheds, the supposed female equivalent of man caves, I was disappointed with the bland, lifeless images that I saw. She sheds simply look like how one would imagine a very basic, mainstream woman in her 20s would decorate her new apartment. She sheds pretty much all have those lights on a string, not sure what the hell they are called. They're usually slightly warm toned. I'll try to put a picture so you guys can see what I mean. They're like the very generic light decorations women hang up in their homes. They also buy an insane amount of candles, which they manage to put on about every flat surface in the room, generally white shelves and tables. Not sure why they need so many candles unless they are trying to summon Satan at 3 a.m. If there's a flat surface without a candle, then it is almost certain that the surface has been filled with a potted plant. There is some random couch with about 46 decorative pillows on top that provide absolutely no useful function. There is also at least a few books that are most likely romance novels. What I fail to understand is why, if they have a room to do whatever the hell they want with, why they would make it look like the rest of the house. Since they are not using the room for collections or hobbies, I don't understand what the purpose of a she shed even is. Women usually are the ones decorating homes anyway. They demand to decorate it how they want and act like a man should have no say in how his own home is decorated. She feels like she deserves full control in choosing room decor, furniture, and what color the walls are painted, and that her partner should have no say. Since females usually are the ones who decorate the home, and I haven't seen a single picture of a she shed that was dedicated to hobbies or collections, my theory is that the majority of women who want a she shed are jealous of men having a man cave, so they are trying to copy men, even if their she shed doesn't have an actual purpose like the man cave does. The reason why she sheds are so bland and dull is because they do not serve the same purpose as a man cave. They lack a purpose and have been created due to women's jealousy of men having their own spaces. It is merely females trying to aimlessly copy men for no apparent reason other than being jealous of men having their own spaces. A she shed is only a watered down version of a man cave, but lacks the creativity and purpose of a man cave. The reason I think women are jealous of man caves is due to the amount of harsh criticism I have read online about man caves from women. I have seen women dismiss men's man caves and interests as being childish and immature. They view a man enjoying time by himself or hanging out with his friends in his man cave as shirking his duties. This is because women have a problem with men relaxing and being happy. Women essentially believe every hour a man is awake, he should be at work making money to give to her, and then when he gets home, she demands all his free time be spent with her. Women do not like anything that brings a man any kind of joy and relaxation. Another reason for women being jealous of man caves is due to the fact that there is something about man caves that fills women with rage and makes them very afraid. Women feel entitled to receive all of a man's attention, so when they see a man enjoying time by himself or hanging out with his friends, seeing him happy without her makes her angry. Perhaps because she herself cannot feel that kind of happiness and relaxation when alone because she needs constant attention. I have seen articles online saying that a man cave will mess up a woman's relationship with her partner, and people saying that needing a man cave means a man hates his partner. Women are not capable of comprehending the fact that sometimes men need time alone and want to spend time on their hobbies and don't want to spend every waking hour of his day with her. It's not that he doesn't love her, it's that wanting to spend every waking hour with someone is not normal or healthy, and people are supposed to have lives. The fact women are offended by men having lives outside of their romantic relationship is extremely concerning and shows the fact that most women do not really develop hobbies and or interests. Women instead base their whole lives off the man they are with and mirror his personality, developing no personality of their own. Just to clarify, I'm not against women having their own space. I just do not understand what the hell the point is in having a room to do whatever the hell you want with if you're only going to make it look like the rest of the house. If the room was dedicated to a hobby or a collection, it would be fine. However, I've not seen a single image of a she shed that has been dedicated to a hobby or collection. When I had first thought of the female equivalent of a man cave, I thought of a room dedicated to hobbies and interests. It's just that the person using that room happens to be female, so it wouldn't be considered a man cave for obvious reasons. They could literally do anything with a she shed. They could decorate the room in a Gothic Victorian style, perhaps with a dark color scheme, Victorian style furniture, and some skull decorations. They could decorate the room with an Alice in Wonderland theme, get some mushroom decor and posters from the movie. Speaking of an Alice in Wonderland theme, they could do a 1960s, 1970s psychedelic hippie theme. They could get tapestries with psychedelic art on them, and those 1970s black light posters that used to be a big thing back in the day. There's literally so many different styles, and for whatever reason, women decide to make a room that they could decorate however they want to look like the rest of the house. I'm a pretty weird chick, and I have quite a few collections. I collect CDs and I collect band merch. I actually have a plastic bloody severed foot that I got from the dollar store around Halloween a couple years ago, and I keep this in my room all year round. It's part of my collection of Halloween decorations that I always keep up in my room. However, I understand that's pretty bizarre. If I ever found someone, it's very likely if he wants to invite his family over or his friends over, that maybe he wants me to not have a plastic severed foot in the living room, and honestly, I can't blame him. I'm also an artist, so I have quite a bit of watercolor paint and acrylic paint. I got watercolor paint palettes, tubes of watercolor paints, and bottles of acrylic paint. It's stuffed in drawers in my room. I got wood panels and canvas that I paint on and watercolor paper. Oh, and I have a collection of glitter that I have because I often like to add glitter on top of my paintings. I mainly paint zombies, and I understand that's probably considered weird to most people. So again, if I find someone, if he has his family over, perhaps they don't want to look at a bunch of zombie paintings when they are sitting in the living room. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please press the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed this content and like hearing me analyze female nature. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is when you're watching this.